Okay, so Russian warships are headed toward the U.S. Navy destroyers that launched the attack on Syria earlier in the week. Now, this is according to Fox News. Fox News, y'all. You know, the people that's full of lies and conniving, throw rocks and hide their hands, can't be trusted, full of division, but fake and act like they're patriotic, act like they're all for the country, but they're really about them damn selves and trying to gimme, and using the poor white people to help them in their plight to get more for themselves and turn us against each other. Yeah, them. So you got to take anything that they say with a sea of salt. Not a grain of salt, but a sea of salt. Because they lie, lie, lie. That's all they do. They wake up lying. They go to sleep lying. When they eat, they be lying. That's Fox News for you. But according to them, a U.S. defense official told them that these warships are headed toward the U.S. Navy destroyers in response to that attack on Syria. Now, here's the deal. Now, and the attack, of course, if you're not familiar with it, it was in response to a chemical attack on the Syrian people. So, what gets me is this. Donald Trump made it his business to say how he's going to be not so quick to disclose information about how he's going to attack, when he'll react, or if he'll react. But he got people out there leaking information. And you got to think that this is not by happenstance, this is by design. They know exactly what they're doing. So you don't have to open your mouth, Donald. If somebody else opened their mouth, we know you gave the instructions. That's just like being in the mob. You know, anytime something go down, that's structure. And you can't just go roll on somebody or go just opening your mouth speaking on classified information without getting approval from the hierarchy, from the man. If you do, you can easily be murdered, easily. And that happens routinely in the mob. And of course, the U.S. is ran like a mob. So those are the kind of things that happen. People just end up committing suicide, getting sick, food poisoning. They end up shooting themselves in the head, end up in a car wreck, an unexplainable car wreck. Bottom line is they end up dead. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say that if dude is leaking that information, he's doing it under the direction of Donald Trump. Now, because remember this is what Donald Trump had to say about leaking information or just putting out information out there so that his enemies could know what was going on before it went down. This is what he said. I'm not saying I'm going to do anything one way or the other, but I'm certainly not going to tell you. That's what he said. Now, he ordered a strike on Syria, so say because he saw these disturbing pictures of little children being murdered. This was his exact quote. That attack on children yesterday had a big impact on me. Big impact. That was horrible, horrible thing. And I've been watching it and seeing it. And it doesn't get any worse than that. Really? How about the thousands of children who end up murdered in America every year? End up murdered via molestation, rape, trigger-happy policemen, chemicals in their food, How about that? Since the chemicals seem to be the trigger point for you. So maybe that's what has to happen to the kids in America. They got to die of chemicals. Got to drop some chemicals and then he'll react. Could do something. We'll be a state of emergency. He'll declare an act of war if they died by chemicals. Yeah, I guess that'll do it. And now, he and Vladimir Putin conspired to steal the election in the U.S. last year, just a few months ago. And now he's attacking Russia's ally. And we're supposed to believe that he and Russia are really at odds. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I don't believe it. I think that they're trying to throw us off. I really do. I think that Donald Trump's involvement in sending those troops over there to bomb those Syrian facilities was a diversion tactic. This is to take our eye off the ball. This man had foreign involvement in a U.S. election. They rigged the election. They hacked the election. And we're talking about impeachment over here. So to throw everybody off, take your eye off the ball, you throw a boomerang. Boom, hit that boomerang, bang. Okay, war, let's start a war. I know how to do it. We'll start a war. Because American people are they get so riled up about a war. When you start talking about war, immediately American people, they get real scared and say, yes, protect us, Mr. President, protect us, President. And then the president go over there and flex U.S. muscle and throw some bombs and kill some people, and Americans feel safe again. And the president's poll numbers start going up. Every time they start a war, the numbers start going up. They start going up in the poll. Approval rates start going up. So that's what I think is going on. I think it's a diversion tactic. I'm going to read something to y'all. The U.S. officials have said the Pentagon is looking for any evidence the Russian government knew about or was complicit in Tuesday's chemical attack. A U.S. military official told CNN the Pentagon was examining specifically whether a Russian warplane had bombed a hospital 5 hours after the initial chemical attack, with the aim of destroying evidence. Now, Russia flat out denies this. And they're saying that they consider the attack on those Syrian facilities by America as an act of aggression. That's code for act of war. So if that is so, well, hey man, I guess what's going down. But why isn't it going down? I don't think it's going to happen. But then again, I don't know, because the U.S. have shitted on their friends in the past. The U.S. will turn on you in a heartbeat. All of America's foes were once their friends. Every single enemy America has ever had, everybody we went to war with, America was always friendly with first. And then, they sipping tea together 1 minute. Next thing you know, they dodging bullets against each other. So I don't know, man. I don't know how it went down. You got innocent people dying in Syria. You got innocent people. Innocent kids, first of all, have been dying in Syria. And I think, what was it, like over the last 6 years, they've had over like 55,000 children, Syrian children, murdered. That's just over the last 6 years. But Trump, during this time, now some of y'all are gonna say, well, he wasn't the president then, he couldn't do nothing about it. Well, guess what? Even though he wasn't the president, and Barack Obama was talking about going in there intervening, Donald Trump the whole time was saying, don't touch Syria. Leave them alone. I wouldn't touch Syria. I'm not going to do anything about that. We need to be, Syria is our friends. Remember that? But y'all want to give him a pass now. Y'all want to give him a pass now. He said that the chemical attacks that was conducted by the Syrian regime had crossed the line. He said they had crossed the line when they attacked their own people with chemical weapons. Now, how do we even know that? How do we know that? Because remember, this is what I'm saying, man. We can't just take their word at value, because this has happened before. Remember when they said Saddam Hussein had chemical weapons, and we went over there to Iraq and started an unjust war? Remember that? How soon we forget. We can't just believe everything the government tell us, man, and don't question it. We gotta question things. You can't just believe what these people say. I don't believe nothing Donald Trump say. I don't believe anything this dude say. I think that when Donald Trump, as soon as Donald Trump lips start moving, he lying. I don't give a damn what he talking about. I just feel like he lying because he lie so much. He play these games so much. He's a master manipulator. I give him that. He's a master con. I give him that. But he don't know nothing about diplomacy. He don't know nothing about foreign affairs. This man don't know nothing about sitting down with leaders, people that have great influence, people that don't have to listen to him and talking and negotiate. He don't know nothing about that. Everything in his mind is, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna do it like this, and we're gonna do it like this, and I'm gonna tell him this, and they're gonna pay for this, and they're gonna do this, just hurling out instructions, what you gonna do, what they gonna do, what he gonna do, what he gonna do. This dude full of it, man, and if you can't see that, something wrong with you. No more talk.